Good afternoon, VFT peeps, and today I'll be showing you my collection. I'll start with a VFT that I recently acquired. So actually I got this one last night. So since I got this one around 7 p.m. the dentate, the tiger teeth, the werewolf spawn, and the G16. So that's why I did not have the opportunity to do the unboxing. But anyway, I'll tell you, I got this one from Rafael Sacedo in Manila. So he packed these VFTs Sunday morning, and I got it Monday evening, so only one day. I just ordered the G16, that one here, the werewolf spawn, and the dentate. This is the dentate, that one. But he gave me a complimentary VFT also, which is the tiger teeth. So bonus cultivar, very good gesture from him. Thanks Rafael Saceda, Ja Saceda, Boss Ja, thanks very much. So if you could see the dentate, it has a small cilia. This is really what typical dentate looks like. Small, like a sawtooth, small cilia. And the tiger teeth, still a baby, but yeah. Moving on, werewolf spawn. Werewolf spawn is, I guess it's an upright cultivar. And moving on to the next is our Slacks Giant, which is the G16. That's what I've noticed, the G16, the SD Chronos. Later on I will feature it also, and DCXL. They look very similar with each other. I mean, the growth pattern is the same way what the typical VFT would grow. So G16, and later on I'll show you what I mean. DCXL and SD Chronos. And then the B52, baby B52, B52. So I have two baby B52s. And then next, moving on to our towering giant. Towering giant, looking good, staying vertically upright. And next is our polished Dracula. Really like the growth pattern of polished Dracula. And we have here the red mouth giant. This red mouth giants, the three of them are still baby red mouth giants. So moving on to our next collection, we have the DM Big Mouth. DM Big Mouth. This is one huge VFT in my collection, and this is also one of the few VFTs that I acquired early on in my collection. So I acquired this around July. Yeah, July, second week of July. So the Big Mouth is a vertical grower and does have red big traps. So my pot here is a 6 by 6 inches pot, 6 inches deep to 6 inches wide. And another favorite of mine, the Trev's Dracula. You see, very nice coloration. The cilia, intimidating to look as well as beautiful. Big traps also. Moving on, next is the DCXL typical. So I call this typical DCXL because the guy from which I bought this one did not say that this DCXL came from a seed. So he withheld the information, but later on I discovered it because I was asking why this DCXL, the one that you sold me, looks different from this one. And I further investigated. I learned later on that this DCXL came from seed, so that's why I put the typical. You see the DCXL, the one that came from division, does have different look to this one. So this is what I also say earlier, that the DCXL and the SD Kronos look similarly the same. You see the cilia and the cilia here are the same. The traps most likely they also have similar sizes. The growth pattern still also the same. See the growth pattern, staying low to the ground and staying focused on growing outwards from the center. So DCXL, SD Chronos, and the G16 I said a while ago, they look similarly. Next is our BCP Titan. BCP Titan looks a bit like a typical also. The growth pattern is like a typical, but I noticed it that it does have a thinner petiole. You see the petiole here of the SD Chronos is wide. See, the petiole is wide. Also here with the DCXL. Okay, so the DCXL does have a thinner petiole compared to the SD Chronos, but the traps are the same. And this DCP Titan does have a really obvious thinner petiole. Then we have the Shenron, another Philippine cultivar. The Shenron is a scaly cultivar, scaling on the petiole. Next would be the Lagros Argigi. So this one is also a vertical grower. Next is our Dionea heterodoxa, the all green, or they call it Justina Davis, if I'm not mistaken. So this is one of my huge Venus flytraps here in the collection. So this cultivar doesn't turn red, so it stays green all year round. So next would be our Icystius. So guys, this is one of my favorite cultivars also here, the Icystius, because this is a vigorous plant, huge, also huge straps, and if you notice the cilia, it does have a red, see, it does have a red coloration at the tip. Kinda unique, just like the dentate. but this Assistis is huge traps. I measured this one a while ago. The traps measured around 1.6 inches. And also filling up the 6 by 6 inches pot. Next is the crocodile, another unique cultivar. So you see the trap is connected to the petiole. There's no neck. Like that one. So it's connected, no neck. Connected directly to the petiole. Next is our failings. Failings characteristic is it has long cilia or fangs. Next is our GJ Marachi. My GJ collection, basically they are still small. And another GJ is, I'm sorry, this is not a GJ, but this is an alien. But I think the GJ Marachi comes from this alien. They have the same growth pattern. Alien is still, I may say, baby, or not yet fully grown. So alien and GJ Marachi. Next would be another unique GJ cultivar, the Bloody Nurse. The famous Bloody Nurse. It does have big traps, and in a few months time now I would anticipate that this would fill up this 6 by 6 inches spot, this GJ Bloody Nurse. Next is our Jaw Smiley. So this is the smallest and the tiniest GJ under my collection of GJ's cultivar. So I was wondering why this Jaw Smiley, it throws traps like this one, the traps. It throws orange traps, and then it would die out easily, just like this one. So maybe the GJ is in dormancy or entering dormancy, because actually the traps from, let's say, a month ago were bigger compared to the new traps now. So maybe the GJ Joe Smiley is under dormancy period or entering the dormancy. I'm curious what this Joe Smiley would look like maybe 2 months from now, coming out from the dormancy period. If I'm not mistaken, that this particular cultivar is entering the dormancy period. Okay, and then the next would be the Maroon Monster, one of my favorite red cultivars here. Maroon Monster, very vigorous, always healthy looking. Don't have any problems so far. Yeah, I love the Maroon Monster. Always looking Instagrammable. Maroon Monster. Next would be another red cultivar, the FTS Archangel. So the FTS Archangel is what do we call this? It's a vertical grower. FTS Archangel. Another favorite red cultivar of mine is the Red Piranha. I like the Red Piranha because of the cilia, the fangs. So unique, just like a dentate also. Small, like a sawtooth. You see? So that's the Red Piranha, and moving on is our Harlequin. So the Harlequin, they said, would sometime in a year throw a variegation. Next is our Flaming Lips. And the Akai Ryu, or the Red Dragon. Next is the very tall King Henry. You see, this is very tall. Very tall and does have a big trap. One of the unique cultivars here, King Henry. Growing upright and big traps. Next is our B52. B52 traps and the King Henry traps. King Henry traps right now does have a bigger trap compared to the B52. But the biggest trap I have is the Assistis right now. But this two cultivars, the King Henry and the B52, they are younger than the Assistis. So the comparison is not really fair. So this is the B52 top view. And next is our Fused Tooth Extreme. Another unique, very unique cultivar. You see, tooth are fused together. This is still a baby cultivar right now. I'm sure when this will grow adult, this is one of the extreme looking VFT in my collection. And next is the GJ Montecore. So GJ Montecore is still very small, tiny, and still a baby GJ Montecore. This one also, I can't wait to grow up to become an adult, because this for sure throws unique looking traps. And we have babies here that I subdivided. Have the ginormous, these are baby ginormous, baby sinagtala, flaming lips, baby flaming lips, baby sinagtala, baby ginormous, sinagtala, leaf pulling, baby ginormous, and baby Justina Davis or Dunea heterodoxa. These are subdivisions. Leaf pullings and subdivisions, rhizome subdivisions. Here you see this is a leaf pulling, and I see growth already. This is the original leaf, that one, and then it grew from that leaf, an offshoot. Baby Dunea heterodoxa. So that's it. That's what I have in my collection. the VFTs that I have. These are all natural, no fertilizer, no chemicals, all natural, just rain and sunlight. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.